Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Army and this is Rascalicious Farms for Starters Orders 6. Now, where we left off, I was looking for new races for all our horses that I hadn't actually booked in. Sad to say, there aren't any. I've gone forward until the day of the next race we had planned, which was the debut for new 2-year-old colt Extreme Conviction. A large build, likes a fast track. I'm not sure I've actually been able to do that. I'm very borderline whether or not he's got anything to offer us in the breeding barn. So a mile maiden. If he fails at this distance, we'll be looking to get rid of him. So we're gonna have to just see where that lands. Really, I'm already second guessing myself, but we're gonna run him, see what he does, and if not, sell him. We don't really need the money, so if he does something that I like, he'll go in the breeding barn. If he doesn't, then there's no point. As well as that, we've got in just 6 days' time the opening leg of the Triple Crown. So we head to Churchill Downs for the 1 mile 2 furlong Group 1 race, the Kentucky Derby. I'm really excited about that. We've got Crimson Star and Rainbowed. Now, they're both 3 from 3 this season. 5 from 5 for Rainbow, 7 from 8 for Crimson Star. Star is the better horse in my opinion. Starboard Bone, lady in a red dress. Over 80 potential. He's got a little bit of room left to grow. He's got good cruising burst. I'm really pinning my hopes for the Kentucky Derby on him. And Rainbow there carries low weight but is also lowest rating in the entire field. Crimson Star, I believe, was second, or is it third? It's joint second, and there's a lot of close sort of 119s in there as well. But Crimson Star is the horse that we will really be going for. So one thing we need to do is set up the jockey on Crimson Star. That's our retained jockey, Dominguez. And we also need one then on Rainbowed. So let's see who we got on Rainbow. Let's look. Who's the best this season? Rosario. And over the course of things, it's Rosario behind Dominguez. So Rosario, he'll carry a few pounds extra in, so will Dominguez. 9-3, we've got a 9-stone jockey, and we're allowed to carry 9, and we're going to carry 8 for the jockey, which I believe is £6. So let's do that. And of course then we got Grand Sahara running in this allowance race over 7 furlongs. Not really been able to do too much with her so far. But she's won 3 races in a row. We're moving up in distance. There's no mile races yet, so 7 furlongs is the best I can try Grand Sahara. And again, it's just seeing how good she can become, because, you know, a mile 3 distance, this could be another chance, especially with that much potential, a 2-year-old. If she gains some cruising burst, she's got extra speed, she's got finish. You know, this could be a horse as well, which would run really nicely in the Triple Crown races. So, that's where we are. We've only got 4 races this video. A little bit of a sort of a lesser one. Breeding barn. Sad to say that Starboard Bow and Hidden Recipe have failed to breed again. We're halfway through Hidden Recipe's next run. Starboard Bow's just started a second course, or a third course I think at this point. Yeah. So the breeding not going as quickly as I'd hoped, but as long as we get the best ones, then we're good. So we're carrying £3 in. I did not realise that we'd be overweight. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Pax in Terror and Fun Guy are the big boys in this, so we're not going to win. Every indicator there shows me we're not going to win. We're overweight. Even if we had a chance, it's probably gone. Look at it, it's raining. I'm pretty sure he liked the fast track. This is raining. That's going to be very difficult. That's going to be very difficult. So he's out to the front, and he's gaining a little bit of ground early on. The horse wants to run, but the jockey just seemed to keep him in stride there. 6 furlongs out on the back of this course. It's not his favourite ground. I'm not sure entirely about the distance. I'm not convinced about the horse itself. And while it is only an allowance race, I don't believe that there's anything to this horse. So I was hoping for something big that would force me to think again and really like put him in the breeding bank, because I really want to expand my breeding stock. That's what this game's all about. For me anyway, that's what this save game's all about. The game, breeding is a big part of the game in general as well, but for me this save is all about it. So True Tales isn't that far behind. You can see there Fun Guy, Rio Grande, Pax in Terror, the favourite, Inner Harbour and Scat Means Go. Scat Means Go looking a bit detached at the back there. So where's Pax in Terror? It's this white-nosed horse there on the outside coming through. And here comes True Tales, passing Fun Guy, closing us down as we come to the last furlong. Extreme Conviction starts dropping off here. True Tales is going to try and make a move, but no, it hasn't got anything. So second place is a pretty good finish, considering wrong track conditions, I believe. Carrying extra weight, leading the entire race. 2 3/4. I don't know. Might be better slightly shorter. So everything was wrong on that race. Everything was wrong, I believe. So the jockey was the wrong weight. We were running in the wrong conditions at the wrong distance, and it still kept it within a few lengths. I mean, I know you look at that's 60 potential and 60 ability, 70 potential. I know it's actual and realized potential in the game, and that's always confused me. So I just like to think of it as ability is dark green. That's how good the horse is. Potential is how much it can grow this season. And then it's got an absolute potential, which is the absolute pinnacle that horse will achieve if everything goes its way and it develops over his career. Which for this horse might be 80 odd, 90 odd, somewhere around there. But right now its ability is 60, and its potential is 70. Which means we could have a 70 ability horse as a 3-year-old with an 80 or above potential. So that's why I'm thinking of maybe keeping this horse around with the large build as well. I like that. So yeah, this wasn't a fast course. This wasn't a distance that he's comfortable on. So we'll have a look then at 7. There we go. So do we want to just run him again fairly soon? Belmont, Monmouth, Belmont. Let's get him used to Belmont if we can. So Pedro's going to be too much for that. This season, Castellano's going to be a pound too heavy. Smith is pretty decent, but Rose has a better seasonal record. Let's go with Smith. We'll book him in. Proper jockey, proper length. Don't know what the conditions are going to be in just over 2 weeks, but we'll give Extreme Condition one more run. He did enough there to show me 84 as well in a non-winning maiden. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. So we're going to go to this auction just to see if there's anything available that we might want to pick up at some point. Doesn't look like it. In that case, it's on here to the Kentucky Derby. And I've had problems with this course before in terms of graphical glitches and the race results not showing what I see. For example, my horse comes in second, but the result says that I won, and vice versa. It happens sometimes on Churchill Downs. I need to re-export it again just to make sure that everything's right. I might need to update the games, and then, because I'm playing with mods, I'd have to reload all the mods over the top, which is why I'm playing on a slightly outdated version a few weeks back. So Hidden Recipe has actually bred through with La Concerto, and then I like that. That's the laid back trait, so that's a nice little breeding pair. Summer Wind Dancer and Starboard Bow, I mean, we're going to have to see how that ends up. But I just saved the game before that, because just in case there's any issues and crashes, which are very far and few between now in this game. It's a very well polished game, very stable, and I'm pretty happy with how things have gone in terms of crashes and everything else. I've only lost one or two things, and some of those are my own fault for not saving enough. So I normally save in between videos, but we'll do that today. So Rainbow, you can see, won the 6 furlong maiden, got a 93 rating. A grade 2 race over a mile, won that as well in its debut season, jumped to a 96. And now in its 3-year-old season, this young filly gained up to 103, 105 and now 107 rating by winning a trio of a mile 2 allowance races. The big thing is this too much? A mile 2 grade 1 Kentucky Derby, the best 3-year-olds that can run anywhere between a mile and a half will be in this race, and Rainbow has never faced a field like this, so that's a big huge question mark. Now Crimson Star has won grade 3s at this level and won them comfortably, which means I believe it could win grade 2s at a mile 2. It's just we haven't had that chance. So a 94 maiden at 6 furlongs, moving up to 7 furlongs then, pair of grade 3s up to 97 and 98 rating. Second in that group 1 race, that grade 1, the 7 furlong hopeful. I believe it should have won, which means this could possibly be a group 1 grade 1 horse. Group and grade are just interchangeable depending on different things. So group 1 is the same as a grade 1. Group 2, group 3 are grade 2, grade 3 races. You can see as well, won the allowance race, improving our rating as well, jumping up distance this season. Trio of grade 2 and 3 races at a mile 2. Won them all, improving all the way up to 120. Fingers crossed for Crimson Star. And this is a pretty big race. $2 million prize on the line. And you can see there we're 9-1, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. That looks to be second favourite. And 16-1, what a decent outsider with Rainbow, which means I've got 2 decent horses, it looks like. It does look like I've got 2 decent horses. No, I cannot skip this race. I cannot skip this race. I know there's a few at Churchill Downs before it. I think it's around 3:15. 3:45 is a bit later then, is it? I've got to be really careful not to skip this race. This is one, here we go, that I just do not want to miss. So, it looks like Chancellorville is blowing up in the paddock. Indian Ocean is uncomfortable, as is Dancing Tara, and Southern Proper is settling well. So let's have a little look. Southern Proper, very calm, very fit, primed to go. That sounds dangerous, doesn't it? That sounds dangerous right there. Very agitated and sweating. That one's probably out of the race. Agitated and warm. Okay. Dancing Tara, agitated and warm. Okay. So Rainbow looking well. Lean and ready to go. I like the sounds of that. parading well, lean and ready to go. I like the sounds of that. Private Gold is coping well. I'm not sure there's any difference really between those. 2 for Royal Spy, Dirty Den, and Royal Spy is also backed by the Outsider, who likes to back outsiders. Careful Mike, Value Bets, Crimson Star. Okay, so where's Royal Spy? It's 9-1 with us, and it is the top rated horse. Okay, so that's probably why that's getting a lot of love. So we move up with Ghost Rider. That's not our Ghost Rider, is it? Is that our Ghost Rider? It is. It is. A horse that we have bred is going on the back of a Mile 1 Arkansas Derby Grade 1 win. Oh, I should have kept Ghost Rider. Okay, well, they're in this race. 119. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lovely stuff. Okay, well, we're up there with Ghost Rider behind Private Gold. Rainbow down to 14s. Down to 11s. Dakota Phone's getting a lot of love up there. Rainbow, people are backing Rainbow there. Look at that, 2nd and 3rd in the list. And that's where we're going to end it. Oh, lovely. So, Crimson Star, a little bit of value there at 11-1, I feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why not? There's a bit of money. Let's throw a bit more on it. Why not? We're the favourite. Artificially, we're the favourite. You know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? So, let's jump into the race. If nothing, then I've got 2 of the most heavily backed horses for this. And from our breeding barn, we have got 3 horses in this race. We sold Ghost Rider, but he is still a product of Rascalicious Farm. I'll be interesting to see, because I didn't think he had what it took. I'll be interesting to see where he ends up. Crimson Star is the boosted favourite, and my favourite to win this race. And of course, we also have, where is Rainbow? Right down the bottom there, with Rosario Racing with a blue cap on. That's our secondary cap. Big field, and they're off. And we're side by side here in the near ground. Rainbow moving towards the back, and Crimson Star just in front. So it looks like Dancing Tara and Drewman up the top with Royal Spy. Silver Whistle. Ghost Rider's moving up there now into that chasing pack as well, with Chivarelli and Emperor Fountain, Dakota Phone, the Sweet Trandor, Indian Ocean, White Frost, and then back to Crimson Star and Railboard, who are right on the back with Southern Proper and Melodic Mirage. And then there's a group of 5 right at the back, which probably are closers. He's on by Sam's Pride, Chancellorsville, Private Gold is way back there, a heavily backed horse, and Graceful Spirit currently picking up the absolute rear of this field. Now we're on the back straight, and we're 5 furlongs out. We're 3 abreast at the front. The chasing pack seems all grouped up nicely, and yeah, look at that big field behind. There are a few stragglers right at the back, you can see, but they're not too far off. They're not too far off at all. You can see Rainbow on the outside, and Crimson Star actually now leading that chasing pack as we come down inside 2.5 furlongs. There is a lot of ground to be made up here, but can Crimson Star do it? Does Rainbow have a push in hand? 1.5 furlongs out. Here comes Crimson Star down the outside, leading the chase, pushing for the line, and is going to take this race. Crimson Star should take this race. 1/2 furlong, 0.4, point 3, point 2, point 1, hand in the air. 4th place for Rainbow, 1st place for Crimson Star. As I kinda hoped and expected, Kentucky Derby, done, dusted, Crimson Star of Rascalicious Farms. Beautiful stuff. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, sir, I can boogie. We staked what? Less than $250,000. We made 1.37. That's what gambling's all about. I believed I wanted it to be favourite, and we got it. We got that. Restrained early, midfield halfway, led just inside final furlong, stayed on well. Now, for long-time players of this game, I know that getting excited over one of these races is a little bit passé. You know, I've won this race 20 times in different games, and other people have won it hundreds of times. But I can't help but have this love for the Kentucky Derby and the Triple Crown as a whole. There's just something about this race that really gets me excited that my horse has a shot at winning. And to finish 4th with Rainbow, I think that's a very, very nice way of, very nice way of doing it. A short head behind 3rd, which is a head behind 2nd. 3 lengths back from the winner. I'm okay with that. Rainbow just picked up $100,000 for that. We made 1.3, so that's 1.4 million, including our bet. And Crimson Star picks up the 1.2 million total bet. So we've increased our bank by like 2.5 million, over 2.5 million easily. I'm absolutely delighted. I am absolutely delighted. Ridden as closer, which possibly suited, got the distance well. Maybe go for the Preakness. Yeah, we might go for the Preakness with Rainbow. I'm not 100% on that one. Ridden as closer, Crimson Star. Yeah, kind of a closer. Some performance, this horse is a star. Trip was ideal, go for the Preakness. I'm not sure either of them have the Belmont in hand. And I think Rainbow might be more competitive over the Preakness too. So we might see a close race in the Preakness. And for the 2nd consecutive time in this save, running 2 horses through the Triple Crown, I might end up where one takes the Derby and the other takes the Preakness, spoiling the chance of winning the Triple Crown as a total. But Stealthy Lioness, keeps 131. Starboard Princess keeps 132. Look at that prize money. Look at it, 9 million and 22 million. That's huge. That's huge to have 2 horses at the same time running similar distances throughout their career and getting that done. So that's their first run of the season for Starboard Princess and Stealthy Lioness. That's fantastic. They're leading the way, but catching up very quickly. Could be Rainbow, who I believe went up 9 points from a 107 to a 116. That's fantastic there. And competitive at Group 1. 4th is competitive in my book, especially finishing a short head behind someone that finished a head behind 2nd. That's competitive. Crimson Star, 4 from 4 for the season, moves to 8 from 9, and already is 1.5 million in prize money, which stupendous. Also jumps up 4 points, I believe, to 124, closing in on our top 2 horses. So hopefully Crimson Star can do something in the Preakness, maybe the Belmont as well, get a lot of prize money, and that is a Kentucky Derby winner. That's a Group 1 3-year-old. That horse, when his career is over, and I believe that he hasn't got a high deterioration, so maybe at the end of his 5-year-old season, again, he can go into that breeding barn. Talking of breeding barns, we're going back in. Hidden Recipe, over a mile. What have we got? Let's look at the female horses here. We got Princess Donna. A mile. I want you to have something longer than a mile. A mile 2 laid back. I believe you just bred with one of these. Have a go with Feminine Fury. So, with that taken care of, let's go for our final couple of races of the day. Grand Sahara, 3 wins. This is a race I could have given to Lock Journal or Hidden Beauty, but Grand Sahara is the one to run. And let's see here, 7-4 favourite, high rating, high weight. It's only an allowance race, sadly. But we got to see what Grand Sahara can do, because this is a horse which could end up in next season's Kentucky Derby to defend our title. So, now we've just won it with Crimson Star. Let's see if Grand Sahara, if she has what it takes to step up next season and give it a good run as well. So there's not really too much here in terms of competition. Rajiva with the blue and green sash seems to be our main rival, which is in the orange hat just on the inside of us, moving into second place. Behind Felix the Housecat now taking over there. Grand Sahara up into third with Go Robin moving into fourth place. Da Vinci National Treasure and Mascot all at the rear. So 5 furlongs and a bit in this race. We're on the back stretch, and already I love where Grand Sahara is running. Leave someone like Rajiva sort of lead the horses out, tire themselves out. Make sure you've got clean air to run in. Make sure you're not making things easy to run around the outside, as we stepped out a little bit to sort of stop Go Robin from making too much of a push right now. And as you come around this bend, 3 furlongs, get into position, ready to make your move. And as we come off this final part of the bend into the home stretch, we need to start really looking to put our foot down. So Rajiva is falling off. Grand Sahara moves ahead into second place. Felix the Housecat is in first. Over a furlong left to go. Does Grand Sahara have what it takes to fight for the line? She is moving up, and here she goes inside half a furlong, fighting for the line, showing that little bit of spirit. And there we go, a little bit of a sprint at the end. Grand Sahara picks up the win as fully expected, but you never know carrying top weight if that's going to affect a little bit too much, or at least I never know. So that's a decent one. We need to find some group races to really test Grand Sahara. That might not happen until next season. 113, she's up to a 114 and continues to be perfect with 4 out of 4. At the auction, is there anything here to breed from? There is not. We walk away. And now Extreme Conviction will round us off where we started, with a race to determine their future. So in the breeding barn, Starboard Bow slipped past a couple of days ago. So what have we actually got here? Well, Princess Donna, a mile 4, that's a mile 2 on average. I'm okay with that. So let's just set them up. And yeah, Extreme Conviction, he is the favourite. He's got a good rating from that second place. He should be a bit better. No, he's on dirt, which means it could be a fast course. Like, everything could be set up now for Extreme Conviction to win this second race, get a good rating, and really show me something. Show me that he's able and willing to be our star horse. Reporting for Duty and Forever Together, not very good there. Extreme Conviction's heavily fancied. Parading well. And if nothing else, we're going to make money off this one. So I'm going to put some millions on this just to make money, in case we have to sell him and lose a bit. Now I hope he wins the race, because if he loses the race, we've just blown a ton of cash, which isn't important for us. Important at this point. We've run out of things to buy. But that'll usually happen in a breeding game. So let's see here. That's a decent start on the outside. Extreme Conviction here. Sorry, on the inside. I nearly got confused then because Rock and Rosh is there with a blue hat, but wearing similar silks. Here goes Extreme Conviction. He likes to run at the front, it seems. He wants to take out this group of 5. So, reporting for duty, Liam's map, Rock and Rosh and my pal Beanie, all here sort of ready to strike if Extreme Conviction slows down. Mosman Bay forever together. PT's Grey Eagle and a Vision in Grey are at the rear. We're just rounding now the far turn, and it looks like with 3 furlongs to go, nobody's really in great position to chase down Extreme Conviction. Let's see who makes a move up onto his hind flanks. 2, 1. Looks like maybe Mosman Bay will be coming in with a late sort of surge. But 1.5 furlongs. Now who's making their move? Here comes Mosman's Bay. Here they come. Here comes Mosman's Bay. What a push for the line. But is that all they've got? Is Extreme Conviction, is that push by Extreme Conviction enough? No, it's not, but that one is. Extreme Conviction runs out a nice, decent sort of winner at this length. Ooh. How much did I make? I made a profit of 1.2 million on that. Let's see. 1 3/4 lengths. Okay, comfortably. Yeah, well, it was fairly comfortable, wasn't it? Excellent, what a horse. Front runner. I don't have many front runners. It's a mile 4 distance horse. Up to 93. Not the best in the world, but... This is an interesting one. This really is an interesting one for me. Can race more. We're gonna persevere with it. I think Extreme Conviction is one that we're gonna persevere with to see. But yeah, we're out of races. We're out of time. It's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up if you have. Leave a comment. Do you think Extreme Conviction is worth persevering for? I think that the next race he has might tell us a bit more. I really need to find out if he can run graded or not. I don't know. I don't think he's going to do anything major running sort of in game. But will he be more worthwhile sort of persevering with to try and get him in the breeding barn and see if he breeds well? Because there's a little something there. I'm not sure how much. And I kind of want to see what he's like as a 3-year-old. I want to see what that potential jump is and the cruising burst, if that jumps. So where that ends up. So I hope you've enjoyed. We have got a Kentucky Derby winner with Crimson Star. I say, if you haven't already subscribed, please do share the videos with others. You know, it'd be nice to grow the community a bit and sort of get a bit more discussion on how things are going. If there are anything that you would like to see, you know, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter at ChrisArmy, and I'll try and sort that out for you in a future video. But until then, thanks very much, guys. Hope you've had a good time. Come back soon. Take care.